Okay, guys, let's keep it moving. Let's get it going. Give it up for the very funny West Johnston.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. I think the best way to start tonight is to get the obvious out of the way. I know you're all staring at me, and I know exactly what every last one of you is thinking right now. Why is Jesus doing stand-up? But people, you really need to think. You need to look. There is one obvious flaw in your little holy deity theory you're trying to push on me. No robe, no halo. It's all about the details, people, and I myself have been guilty a few times of forgetting the details. I recently signed up for an online Amish training course. These are things that you shouldn't do. I'm actually trying to start a movement. Yeah, hi, Juan. Come on. No? I'm trying to start a movement that I call Taking Back Jihad. And basically what it means is I'm trying to change the meaning of the word jihad to mean high five. Next time one of your friends does something that deserves a high five, jihad, bang! Change the world. It's going to make the world a better place. Imagine the next time a pissed off radical proclaims a jihad on America, 300,000 people simultaneously high five each other. Welcome to America! Now, my favorite time of year is Halloween. And the reason I like Halloween so much is because no matter what I do, I know that no one else is going to have the same costume I do. And I like to keep it simple. One of my favorites is I simply dress as a homeless guy and I wear a sign that says 2 kids, 1 arm, $0. Lend in a hand, priceless. I tell you, I make more money on Halloween than any other night of the year. And if I want to go simple, I just go as the drummer from Def Leppard. But last year what I did was, I have a friend, she works at a school, and in her classroom they have one of those adjustable skeleton arm things, or skeletons. And so I said, hey, is there any chance I can get just the left arm for one night? And she said yes. So what I did was I attached it right here, and I had the little hinge hanging, so as I walked, the skeleton arm just swinging along. At one point in the night, I actually took a wire and attached wrist to wrist, so as I gesticulated, the skeleton arm would move everywhere with me, and I actually felt like a woman that night, because no one looked me in the eyes. But this year I have the Halloween costume to top all of them. And in fact, I'm afraid after this year, I'm never even going to be allowed to wear another Halloween costume. I call it the Faith Healing Jesus. And pretty simply, I dress like Jesus, and all night I perform faith healings. And at some point during the night, somebody's going to doubt my abilities. So I will feel the spirit of me come over myself. And hallelujah! I am healed, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. And just to top it off, I'm going to carry around a bunch of sunflower seeds in my hand all night. I'm going to drop them one at a time. That joke will end in about 15 minutes if it hasn't already. Now, being on stage for someone like me is actually very risky because I suffer from a very serious form of Tourette's, and it comes in 2 forms. The first form is a very, very rare form, and it's actually got a very specific name. It's called Eddie Vedder Tourette's. And what happens is anytime I hear a Pearl Jam song, it sets me off into my fits. It makes me go, Just thinking about it makes me go off. But the worst album is the first one, the album X. I'm sorry, that's not the right name of the album. That's my other Tourette's. I can only say numbers in Roman numerals. Now you might think, that doesn't sound so bad, that doesn't sound so rough, but it started very early in my life. And just imagine being on a bus full of a bunch of kids on the way to camp and they all want to see 99 bottles of beer on the wall. XEIX, bottles of beer on the wall, XEIX, bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around, XEVIII, bottles of beer on the wall. Come on everybody, XEVIII, bottles of beer. Nobody? Nobody? Yeah, they didn't want to sing it either. Summer camp's going to be great this year, but I adapted and eventually I joined a cover band. I was playing bass for a while and everything was going good, but then they added a bunch of whole new songs and that was the end of it for me. The one that really did me in was tonight we're gonna party like it's MCM, XCIX, MM, party over, oops, out of time. I got fired. You cannot get your kicks on your LXVI. She will not still need you, she will not still feed you when you're LXIV. And there's no such thing as XCIX red balloons. But again, I adapted. And then, really, the worst problem that I have left is dealing with women. Because at every point in every relationship, there comes a point where a girl asks you, what is your fantasy? Just like every other guy, I want to have an I son. Never mind, let's just LXIX tonight. The only redeeming quality of that one is it kind of sounds like licks. But anyway, at least they pay me every year to name the Super Bowl. And that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great night and a very safe Feed de Mayo.
Thank you. Be safe on the Super Bowl and miss that.
West Johnston, the fucking faker! Faker!
I missed the last one.
I actually had a lot of empty friends, and I was like, oh, fuck, he's fit.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.